Good afternoon, class of INF 499. My name is Emmanuel Anokye, and today I'll be presenting to you Project Aura. First question I wanted to ask was, what do you want from a smartphone? Do you want it more durable? Do you want it to have a better camera? Do you want it to have an improved battery, better security, better voice recognition, etc.? Well, that's what Project Aura at the beginning wanted to tackle. The project first started by Dave Hackins, who created a YouTube video about phone blocks. He wanted to be able to develop a concept phone where you'll be able to replace and take away modules from the phone in order to add in different things and different customizations to it. So, for example, if you wanted a bigger camera, you could easily remove the camera module from the phone and add in something bigger. Or if you wanted a bigger battery, the same concept followed. So, what is Project Aura specifically? Project Aura was a modular smartphone project under the development of Google. It was originally headed by the Advanced Technology and Projects team, also known as ATAP, within Motorola Mobility, while it was still a Google subsidiary. Under the original design, Project Aura was intended to consist of hardware modules providing common smartphone components such as processors, displays, batteries, the whole nine, as well as modules providing more specific components in order to be removed and attached. This design will allow a device to be upgraded over time with new capabilities and upgraded specifications without requiring the use of buying a new one. So, how does Project Aura specifically work? There are two core components when it comes to Project Aura, the endoskeleton and the module. As the name suggests, the endoskeleton provides the baseline of the modules. It also acts like its own switch for all the modules to properly link together and work. So essentially, you slide in a module to the skeleton, and the phone will be able to pick up that module and connect it to its main software. The module itself is like the ingredients to the smartphone. So essentially, you could add in whatever little module you want, such as a bigger camera, a keyboard, a bigger battery, etc., all into your perfect phone to customize it the way you want it to be. So, for example, this will be like the Wi-Fi signal. This would be the Bluetooth, the gyroscope, everything that's stored into your own phone. The three technologies that will make Project Aura work was UniPro, capacitive MFI, MPHY, and electropermanent magnets. The first component was UniPro, which is a high-speed internet protocol that Project Aura uses to allow its modules to speak to each other. So essentially, the modules being able to connect and talk to the phone, and the phone replying back allows the phone to know what module is plugged in and how to professionally work it. They share a common low-level language for communicating and building a network. The second consists of capacity MPHY, which is a physical layer spec which is developed by MIPI Alliance and made to work with UniPro. So for Project Aura, MPHY is a competitive interface, which means that the points won't be worn out over time from swapping modules in and out of the phone. Lastly, the electropermanent magnets, which are essentially the magnets used for fixing the modules in place. So when you slide in a module into the magnet, they won't slip out or fall off by cracking or by dropping the phone itself. So another question is, who is this phone for? And short and simple, it's for people who want more out of their phone, more customization, more options. So the advantages of Project Aura smartphones is that the phone itself is very cheap. I believe the first demo unit cost up to $70. You only buy the features that you want. So instead of a regular phone where you're getting all these gimmicky features for a higher price, even though you want a select few features, with Project Aura you could specifically handpick the features that you want in order to combine it into your perfect smartphone. Your phone could last indefinitely. So say your battery is dying over time or your screen cracked. You could easily replace it at any given moment and without having to purchase a new one. Repairs are easier and cheaper. Like I said, pulling back a module that's broken or ineffective and to replace with a new one is much simpler than going and get a repairman or a phone repair person to fix it for you. And lastly, you can have multiple versions of your phone. So say you have one core smartphone, but you have two different lifestyles, one for business and one for pleasure. You can have one phone set up just for your business, such as having a bigger battery for emails and everything, or you can have another phone set up just for your personal, having a bigger camera or anything related to that. However, the disadvantages include it will be bigger and heavier than a smartphone. Most smartphones these days are pretty thin. We're talking 6, 7 millimeters thin. And with Project Aura, it would change it to possibly 10, even 11 millimeters thin. And that's pretty thick in 2017 standards. The connectors are bound to cause problems. There might be issues over time since it's not fully connected to the phone. So connectors might cause an issue over time. Lastly, certain combinations won't work. That's an issue because there's some possibilities they want to use or mix and match with, but just possibly won't work due to the ergonomics of the phone. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.